What's up, YouTube and TikTok? It's DJ Ettikit here from the Third Eye, back again with the keys. I'm sorry, it's been a little while since we've done an episode, so in this one I wanted to do a slightly longer episode for you all, so you'd be able to see a little bit more in depth of how we work in Ableton, how I work in Ableton, how we're working together in Ableton whenever I'm with Leaf Blower and we're producing together. So let's get into it. Let me just get my screen recording going here, and boom, then you can see my screen. Cool, so here we are in Splice. Out of the gate, I figured we'd start with a sample, get into Ableton, show you how I like to chop things up, show you how to get a beat going really quickly. I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible, basically, while still being comprehensive. So we're going to start with sounds. So, like, I'm going to try not to say so, like, or too much. Splice is a great place to find samples. You really kind of want to know what you're looking for, though. Otherwise, you can start just, like, playing through things. That's dope. Let's just do that. That is so easy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we'll load this up. This is what jazz layered live sounds music. Because I wanted something I could chop up. Keys D sharp. E flat major. Okay. So we're just going to... Oh, that's downloading. Okay. Once it's downloaded here, then we're just going to drag and drop it into Ableton. I'll find Ableton over here on the bar somewhere. Drag, drop. Hey, there's Ableton. Cool. And then what I'm going to do, instead of dragging it straight into an audio track, I'm going to drop it onto a MIDI track. Let's give it a second there. Cool. Computer's getting kind of old, especially with running a screenshot. Once you drop it onto a MIDI track there, it becomes a MIDI device. So when you're playing with your MPD or your pads or whatever, or even just your keyboard, as you can see, this is a little bit lower. I think I would probably have to go to actual, like, the actual level. But we're not looking for an actual keyboard right now. That's not really what we're looking for. Neighbors are chopping trees down, maybe? Some form of landscaping is happening. Stick with us. All right, cool. So we don't really want a keyboard. What we're really wanting out of this is the slicer. So click here on slice. We're going to slice by beat. And then we're going to switch this to like a bar. And then we're going to switch back to my other Ableton setup because I think that's where I wanted to be. Perfect. Now, did you see how easy that was? To chop something onto 16 pads, basically super simple. If you've got an MPD, you might have to set up your own little Ableton setup like I have here. Basically, you just go into Edit, and you select the note, change the note value, so it's in a chromatic order. For some reason, Akai doesn't like to do that. I don't know why, but you can set up your own little Ableton setup. And then once you do that, when you're in the slicer here, with any keyboard, it slices it up for you. So whatever we're going to be sampling is ready to go. We also get some controls over some different things here, like the filter. So, like, if you want it to sound a little more dreamy, then we could add like reverb. And then I always like to do a 125 millisecond pre-delay. Scale up to like 60%. Play with the decay time a little bit. And then just bring it back just a little bit. That resonance is a little much. It's on 80, yeah, let's turn it down to like 40%. That's a good trick with your resonance, is you really want to be at 30-40%. I'm going to open this filter back up though, so that we get the high end of those strings. And then I'm just going to turn the reverb down a bit. So we've got our sample there, we got our key, which is going to be, was it E flat major? Now we're going to need some drums. So there's a couple different ways you can do that. Let's go with a pretty simple way of doing it. Is a drum rack. So you can drag your own drum racks on here. You can create custom drum racks. This is a custom drum rack that I have that has a bunch of samples in it. There we go. And then I should be able to control these selectors with these knobs if I just MIDI map. So I hit MIDI, select it, knob, select it, knob, knob. There's my hat selector down there. We're going to turn the MIDI off. Now I can go through and go through all my kicks and cool. So if you're good at finger drumming, I guess you could just play it in. What are we going to be at, like 90 BPM probably? So let's switch it to 90 real quick. Let's try it. It's probably not going to sound good, but oh well. Let me see. We'll do. I don't know if we have a record quantize going. We could probably do a record quantize. That's a good setting for anybody that we don't. So let's do 8th note, 16th note. I'll just quantize these real quick. Oh wait, I don't remember what command quantize command do. There we go. Alright, and then usually hi-hats you can just kind of rock it out like that. We'll go to our selector and find it. And then another trick I like to do is MIDI effects, and then go to your velocity MIDI effect, and there's a dynamic option, and you just drop it on your hi-hats preferably, not whatever that random thing is. Gives it a little bit of variation while it's playing, and then we can start to add in some kick. I'm not very good at finger drumming, so I'm just going to add in some things. This is like the easiest way to start getting drums going. Honestly, leaf blowers are a little bit better at drums than I am personally, but we're gonna play around with some things. Let's get this one right here. See how that sounds. Nothing. Okay, number 2. And another trick with your drums here is if you click that little button, this opens up so you can mix this real quick. And like pick, okay, I want this to be on the right side. Same with these. And we can go through the cymbals. This must be cymbal 2. Cool. So we got a little bit of drums going. We can start to play with our sample a little bit more now. There we go. Alright, so we'll switch back over to our sample. Alright, cool. So let's record something for that. I need to MIDI map these real quick. There's like a setting for this, but it's just horrible. Stop. Cool. Oop, turn the MIDI off. Or not, or stop doesn't work. That's cool. 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's play this a little bit more so we get it down a little bit better. Double hit on the downbeat, so is what I need basically. So let's try it again. 2. One more time. See, don't worry if you like mess up when you're making beats. Everybody does. So let's come back in here and edit that out. So Command A, I guess it's Command U for our little quick quantize, and then we'll see what we got. So it got rid of our downbeat though, I think. Yeah, it did. Wow, that was hella late, huh? Command A, Command U. So everything should be on beat now, even though I'm horrible at recording. And that gives us 8 bars, so that's solid. So let's see what it sounds like. Take it down octave too if you want. I like that. Let's do a high pass filter. And then let's do our bass line. So we're going to insert a MIDI track. We go to sounds, to bass. B bass is what I like to use, B bass. So we're going to go to Eclipse. I have these preset scales. So basically what I do is go through and set all the notes in the scale, and then I move that before the downbeat of the clip, so that way when you get into the clip, you're good to go. I think it was E flat major, right? Major, D sharp, exactly. Cool. That's what we're looking for there. And then let's make this, I guess, 8 bars for now while we mess with it. So that way when I fold this over, it just gives me all of the notes, see all of them before the downbeat there? It gives me all the notes that are just in this scale. I always just go down to 1 down here and find where we at. D sharp, 1. So let's mess around with this for a second. Oop. Come back. U. D sharp sounds like our. Do we want to go down an octave? Cool. And then maybe carry this over here a little bit. And then duplicate it. All at a C launch. The second hit needs to go up, I think. Yeah, maybe we move up a couple steps. Maybe we go up even higher to 8. And then maybe go lower, and that actually does sound kind of like a loop right there. Maybe go down to C and then loop it at 2. Like that. Yeah, and then 2 bars can be like that good, so. We'll just get this one by itself, like the little. Oh, the double R length, and not necessarily what I wanted to do, which was duplicate. So that way we have 2. Maybe we go up and then back down. Where were we? Right here. So we've got a lot going on here now already. Basically, we're just gonna come back here and go to key. We'll do that E flat major and see if we can find any like woodwinds or something. Preferably not in the same pack, basically. Just I kind of like that. I kind of just like that underneath it with the rows there to support the strings. No need bass, we already just did a bass. I think that's gonna be it. Once it downloads. This will be for hook. So that's what I usually like to do on the hook is just add in some horns. It's an easy way to just make a hook. Another So that repeat's kind of weird. Part in here, I wonder. Let me switch back to this real quick. Stop us. Right. And then. So maybe just move this third one up an octave. And shift up. See what it sounds like. I think everybody's up an octave, but also up a note as well too. Seems like. Let's listen. Oh, this is folded. Okay. So let me zoom in on that. This is where we want to start. That should be on point. So let's listen to that real quick. Alright, there it is. Alright, I think that's it. I think it's money right there. Alright, now what we're gonna do here, because these are horns. I feel like we got like this double thing going on. Let's work this back out. We'll copy. Oh, where's the option? Copy that. I think we started on that F, right? Or was it A? Yeah, it was the A. Slow it down just a little bit too. $87. Give the samples time to ring out a little bit longer. We'll get rid of this double here for some variation. See how that sounds. And then, like I was about to say, since this is some horns and things, we need space for our wrapper. So we're gonna come in here and do an auto filter. And you put it on these rates. And what you do is you use the rate in the 4 bar and the 8 bar. It gives you this really slow cruising filter. So as I even talk, you can hear me coming over the any low end. We can also drag this over onto our reverb too, so that way we don't get too much from the reverb either. We're gonna add some of that in. We'll come in here, add reverb to like the snare. Oh yeah, we have to do that inside the drum kit, so I'm not gonna do that today. We'll get into that kind of stuff later. But there it is. So as quickly as possible, that's our little beat there. We add our horns for our hook. I might slow it down. I think it's slowed down, it's way better. Cool. But like I said, we got our essentials for the beat, 4 parts. I mean, that's plenty. It's all you really need if you're just getting started. I mean, I'll probably go in and add some other little things like crashes and stuff like that, you know, some little bits. We'll tighten this up, the horns and stuff. And you might hear this on Spotify at some point soon. So yeah, keep an eye out. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out. If you have an MPD, I hope that you use it in this manner. This is how we chop things up. It makes it super easy and fast. This is the fastest workflow I've came up with so far for making hip-hop. If you're curious about how to make these clips with the keys in there like we used for the bass line, I'll probably do another video on that next. It's a key that was handed down to me by somebody else that I definitely want to pass on to you all. It makes my workflow a lot easier, having those clips ready to go, and just being able to drop in. You see them there, A minor, B major, that kind of thing. Just being able to drop those into your, especially for your bass lines. If you know what your sample, what key your sample is, all you have to do is look that up, come in with a bass line. As long as it's in key, you're in that scale, boom, it's easy to do. Bass lines are root notes anyway, so it's not like you have to get too fancy and look up chords like you do with keys, you know, pianos. We'll go into that. I'll show you some chord tricks later on. But for this one, thank you for hanging out. This is how we make beats here in Ableton, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out on TikTok.